making Papel picado, which is a Latin American tradition in Dia de los Muertos. That is the Day of the Dead. Now, Papel picado actually translates to the word confetti, which is funny because we're going to be making confetti as we make our Papel picado. So to start, we're going to need 3 colorful pieces of paper that are cut into squares. Miss Eicher has already cut them for you. You need a pair of scissors and a hole punch. So to begin, we're only going to start with one of our pieces of paper. We're going to be working with one piece of paper at a time to make it easier to cut. The first thing we have to do with our paper is we are going to fold it. Now we're going to try our very, very best to make a good fold. So to start, you're going to bring the bottom of your paper up to the top of your paper, and you're going to try to line up the 2 edges. If it is sticking out in any way like this, it is not lined up and you should not push yet. You want to get it lined up, and then one of your hands is going to hold that line together. The 2 edges stay together, and your other hand can push the crease to make the fold. Now we have our paper folded in half. We're going to fold it in half this way. So I'm going to take my hand on the sides. I'm going to push it to the other side. And again, I'm holding one side down so I can meet the edge. And once they're meeting and they're not overlapping or running over each other, I'm going to hold both edges down and push the crease. And now I am done folding. So I folded it in half once. You don't need to open your paper, I'm just showing you. I folded it in half once and then in half again. So now I have 2 edges that are folds and I have 2 edges that are open. You're going to take a pencil and you are going to point an arrow at the edges that are open. So right now I have this edge open and I have this edge open. And then once you have those arrows, I would like you to raise your hand and Miss Eicher will check that you have the correct corners. Once you have the correct corners, we are going to be cutting the edges where the arrow is pointed. Now, you can use any type of line, but we're going to be making that line with our scissors. So I think I'm going to start out making a bumpy line. And now on the other edge, I think I want to make a zigzag line. All right, that looks really good. Now I can cut into my folded edges, but I cannot cut them off. So I'm only cutting shapes into my folded edges. So there's a triangle. Maybe I just want another triangle going towards that one. And you might have done this before. This might feel like making a snowflake. But since we only folded it in 4, we're not going to get that repeated snowflake design. We're only going to get a design that repeats on 4 sides. Now that I have a bunch of cuts in my paper, I can use my hole punch to add some little hole decorations wherever I want. All right, friends, and all of these scraps can go in the trash can. Now you're going to carefully open up your Papel picado and you will see you have a nice decorated piece of paper. Now we're going to do that 2 more times. So remember, we take our paper, hold down the edges to fold, meet them up and crease, side to side, hold it down and crease, and then you're going to mark them with arrows. Raise your hand. And once it's checked, you can cut. All right, friends, you are going to make 3 pieces of papel picado. I hope you had fun watching. Bye!